All right, let's talk about not having your spouse be your weight loss buddy and why that may be a really good thing. So, for years, I ended up pulling Joel into my various weight loss efforts. If I was on the Atkins diet, he was on the Atkins diet. If I was on South Beach, he was on South Beach. If I was on Weight Watchers, he was on Weight Watchers. So, whatever I was doing, he was expected to fall in line. I would go to the gym. I expected him to go to the gym. We were doing this together. But the problem is, we had gained a lot of our weight together. We both had issues with food. So there's kind of two scenarios. One, both people are struggling with their weight, so it seems logical to want to do this together because you both struggle with weight. Or you have a partner who's already at a normal body weight and they're wanting to support you. So they say, sure, I'll do it, but there's no real desire and or need for this person to lose weight. And so thus it's not really a serious venture for them. And in either case, you're better served to get support outside of your home. Here's all the reasons why. One, if your partner is male and you are female, he will lose weight quicker than you will. And this can be true for two female partners or two male partners. You may have somebody who is just a quicker loser. They lose faster, the way that their genetics are, or depending on how much of a diet history they have. So that's number one. And that gets us into that ugly cycle of comparison. Well, how come you lost this much? And how come I didn't lose as much? And da 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 da. So that can cause a problem because you're comparing your results to your partner. You and your partner are already in a long-term business of being together, building a family together, building a life together. Now we're doing this comparison thing around weight loss, which is not going to help your marriage long-term. Now, the other reason is when that person decides they don't want to take it seriously, they don't want to do it, they can choose for themselves to abandon it. But if they feel you're attached to this with them, they may keep trudging along even though they don't want to. And then there's this resentment that builds up over time. Resentment from them because they're doing something maybe they don't really want to do, or resentment from you because ultimately you want to take this really seriously and you get the vibe they're not. So this is why I encourage people, and this is why my last time I didn't ask my husband. I went out and I paid for support. I got connected to other people who were similar to me, who all showed up at a meeting. They needed support, and then I built Half Size Me, where there was people who wanted the support of a like mind. And I love my husband. I want him to be healthy. I want him to do what's going to make him happy. But what I realized was, because we both were codependent with food, if I put my eggs in the basket that we would lose this weight together, we would hold each other accountable, I was lying to myself and I was giving myself an out, because what I down deep inside knew is that within 6 weeks, 6 months, it didn't matter. At some point, he was going to turn to me and say, hey, could we go get pizza? Or, hey, could we go get ice cream? Because that's what had always happened. By reeling him into it, I was giving myself a backdoor out. And when I didn't include him, there was no backdoor. The buck stopped with me. I had to make the decision for Heather what was going to be the focus, what was going to be important, that there wasn't going to be a backdoor out, and I had to be strong within myself. So hear me say, support is essential. It is necessary. But a lot of times we go to people we love that usually live within our house, and we say, hey, I really want to lose weight. I trust you. I feel comfortable with you. Would you take this journey with me? And what we're kind of doing is mixing two different businesses together. Weight loss is a business. It's kind of going to be your part-time job indefinitely. Your marriage, your relationship is a business. In order for it to be successful, you have to nurture it, take care of it, make sure you're contributing to it. By mixing those two businesses together, oftentimes it either does one of two things. Either one, you preserve the marriage and you let go of the weight loss goal, or two, you continue with the weight loss goal and it negatively impacts your relationship. So what I encourage everyone to do is separate the two businesses. have your marriage, have your relationship, nurture it, contribute it into it with what you offer your partner. Then seek out other support for your weight loss. Go to other like-minded people, people who share the same struggle, people who get what you're going through. Don't go to your spouse for that support. And if they choose to see what you're doing and want to start doing it as well, great. But do not attach your success or your slip-ups to them. Totally own them on your own. I hope this helps. I hope it all makes sense. This was a huge pivotal change for me in my journey. The last time I lost weight, I chose to not include my husband in it. I didn't ask him to go on anything with me. I chose to get support differently because I didn't want to keep expecting him to treat it with the same level of urgency and importance that I was going to treat it with. You guys take care, and I'll talk to you soon.